What are we going to be cooking today? Well, we're going to have some fish, some brews, some potatoes, some onion fried up with some scruncheons, which is our salt pork. This is going to be a very delicious meal. Typical Newfoundland meal. My little puppy is going to be here helping me. And we got our water on the boil. We're going to put our fish in once that goes to a boil along with our potatoes. We're going to cook them at the same time in the same pot. Going to be delicious. That's salt from our corn fish, and that's cod, fresh codfish that we actually caught ourselves, and we put it in a salt solution for about 4 hours. So it's not heavily salted, but perfect for cooking. Don't have to add any salt to the water. This is going to be amazing. This is a typical Newfoundland meal. And actually, salt fish is very common to have for breakfast in the mornings back in the day. A lot of people might disagree with having some salt fish first thing in the morning, but compare it to cereals. End of the discussion. So we're going to get our potatoes ready, but before that, we're going to be doing our salt pork and our onions. These are our onions we're working with today. We're just going to slice them up. We're not going to dice them. We kind of want them sliced. We're definitely going to need a few bowls once we start moving along and that starts cooking up properly. Let's get this in there now. The puppy wants to help out. He definitely could help if he wants. If he wants to. There we go. Let's get that off. We're going to just cut a little bit of that bad onion off. Let's get this sliced up. He is an amazing dog. Can't get old to the owner of him because he's belonging to the litter of puppies that Lexi had. I know he's answering his the messages I'm sending, but he's not responding back, so I'm assuming he's changed his mind on the puppy. So I'll be looking for a home for him this week. F2 Golden Doodle Puppy. Kept him a little longer. He had a little infection, so I'm taking care of that with my vet, and he's doing great. Doing great. Just a little infection, nothing serious. I always keep the puppies if there's anything like that going on. I don't turn them over until they are absolutely ready to go. So we're going to slice off a little bit of that pork, salt pork. Just going to throw that in there and get some good stuff. We don't normally cook with salt pork, but for the videos we want the old-fashioned way of cooking. So guess what? We're going with the salt pork. Once this is fried up, we call it scrunchions. So we're going to get this fried up quite nicely. I don't know how much we're going to use. If you don't want to eat it, you don't have to eat it. So we're going to get the salt pork and the onion in there as soon as we can. Let's get that back rind off, the skin off the pork, off the piggy. Some people would keep that on. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be real good. There we go. Let's go with this. We've got our salt pork and our onions. Let's get our wooden spoon, which were one less because puppy ate one or chewed one up. So we're going to keep an eye on our scrunchions and our onion. We really want to cook our onion really good. We want it to be really soft. So we're going to move over our hard bread. We do have our water coming to a boil, so we're going to get our potatoes, our spuds, ready. And again, these are spuds from the garden. And they're already washed. We're not going to skin these spuds, very thin skins. And we're just going to dice them up like that. Beautiful color, yellow color. Now, I was told The yellow spuds are usually really good for a baked potato. And these are probably excellent for it. So we're just gonna cut them into quarters, depending on the size. And again, with the Brewis, we're not having a lot of spuds. And once we put these in, we can put our codfish in as well, our corn codfish. I mean, how lucky are we to be able to have codfish that we caught ourselves. Don't have to go out and spend a lot of money on fish. We do buy a lot of our fish as well. We have lots of fish throughout the year. We should be eating it more often. That looks all good there, that size. We don't need it anymore. And then we have our codfish right here. Look at that beautiful fish. So we're going to put this in the pot. The water is boiling. We're going to cook it for about 25 minutes. The best thing about this now, I mean, this is still a little bit frozen, a little bit, nothing serious. But the best thing about this is once the spuds is done, we know the cod is done. It doesn't take long to cook codfish. You don't want to overcook it. It's very easy and simple to do. So we're going to take our spuds, load up this little tiny bowl, and we're just going to throw it in the pot, then throw the fish in with it. Cook at the same time, so you have that beautiful salt going through our spuds. It's going to be awesome. So we don't want to splash too much. Just put them right in there. Now let's check out. Look at this. It won't take long for this to be done. Oh, this is going to be incredible. Let's get our codfish ready. Look at that. Let's try not to have too big a mess. Just keep an eye on the dog. Got the garage door open because it's still summer. It's still warm. Look at that beautiful cod. We keeps the skin on. Lots of nutrients in that skin. We're not going to break it apart because there's still a bit of ice in the middle. Look at that. Oh, it's coming apart pretty good. Beautiful white cod. Can't ask for a better fish. That is incredible. We are very, very lucky, very fortunate to be able to cook fish, fresh fish, right from our own waters. Look at that. Let's get the second one in. Now, it's about 2 pieces in a bag, so we're looking at 4 beautiful fillets. Let's get this bag open. Let's get this bag open. Ooh, this one's falling apart. So that's great. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that beautiful white fillets. Look at that. That is incredible. Beautiful skin. Codfish. No better fish for healthiness, nutrients. Look at that. That is beautiful fish. We're not going to break it apart too much because we don't want it falling apart. We want to keep the fillets nice. Let's throw that in there as well. Let's get the cover on. Let that boil. And we got our Brewis. We got our Brewis on the stove, our hard bread that was soaking overnight. You need to soak your hard bread overnight to soften it. We're just going to bring that to a boil. Once it gets to a boil, we're going to take it out. We're going to put it in the strainer. We don't want it to go soggy. Then that's ready to go. Simple, easy. Let's let it cook. One thing I forgot about the Brewis, Mother adds some sugar. So I'm going to break up what's in this bag. You don't need a lot of sugar. Just a little spoonful. Just sweeten the water. Once that comes to a boil, that sugar will break down. So I don't want to add too much salt because our fish is going to contain enough. Look at these beautiful colors. This is what we're looking for. This is exactly what we're looking for. This is done. Look at those colors. Beautiful. This is what we're looking for. Just going to stir this up to get the sugar, the salt. Once it comes to a boil, we remove it. So now we're going to remove it. We're just going to strain it. Move the chair a little bit. Now the best way to strain this is with what? With this here. I don't want to lodge it on there too long. There we go. Our beautiful Brewis. Don't turn your face up at Brewis. I know there's no taste really, but it's the texture that goes with everything here. Everything comes together for an incredible meal. That's what you got to look at. Everything comes together for a beautiful meal. 25 minutes from boil. Scrunchions and our onions is doing great. We got our beautiful Brewis. See, I love our bread. I can sit down and eat a block of our bread. You take a bit of that with the salt fish, a little bit with the scrunchions, onion, a little bit of potato. It all makes for an incredible taste. Newfoundland traditional fish, Brewis, and potatoes. So let's get this fish and potatoes on the go. There we go. Very hot next to that stove. As I always said in my videos, that stove gives off a lot of heat. Look at those spuds. Came out very nicely. Skin still on them. Very, very thin skins. Some of the skins are actually coming off. Even the heat from top of the stove is hot. And let's get our beautiful cod, our cornfish as they call it. Let's get that fish. Look at that beautiful white fish. Beautiful codfish. Let's get that up. There we go. We got a potato with it. There we go. Looks like we got everything. Let's get a board to put this on. Let's get a board, not use our cutting board. Look at that. Beautiful scrunchions. And our onion. So let's start taking up our beautiful meal. Okay, let's go with some Brewis. There we go. Lots of Brewis. Fresh potatoes. We wait all year for some good fresh potatoes. Let's get some of that cod. Look at that. Look at that. Keep the skin on it. So much nutritional value from the skin. Don't be afraid to heat cod skin. There we go. Like I said, you get some cod, you get some of your scrunchions, you get some of that beautiful, beautiful Brewis. I forgot the name for a second. Look at that combination. So there's a lot of sodium in this plate, but it's something you're not going to eat every day. So when you enjoy it, you're going to enjoy it. Look at that. Beautiful combination. Everything cooked perfectly. Potatoes are soft. Your Brewis obviously is soft. and your beautiful flaky white cod. It's perfect texture. Perfect texture. A lot of people don't like the brews because of the texture, but really everything is very smooth and soft, and it just mixes together perfectly. And this is cornfish. So the cornfish has salt added. Not to the point where you have to soak your cod. It's not like saltfish. Saltfish, you have to soak your cod. Cornfish is perfectly salted. Don't need to add any salt to the water. It's perfect every time. Incredible, incredible. If you enjoyed this meal, check out my video right over Fisherman's Brews. Similar ingredients, but done a little different. Go check it out, and we'll see you in our next video.